Every day we get news which are pretty crazy, which make us crazy. And things are changing so rapidly, also now with artificial intelligence. We have no idea what's going to happen in the coming few years, actually, because it's developing so rapidly. It should exchange quite many jobs and replace people to some degree. Yes, and there are so many things on a geopolitical level which are also, completely crazy in a way that it's very hard not to feel anxiety, about the future. And this kind of anxiety, this kind of fear is actually something that is controlling our minds and blocking us, from doing what we can do, doing what is within our boundaries, we can say. And I'm one of those persons, always been, who wants to make sure that I know what's going on, I really had to work with my mind and learn it, to actually relax on many points, because we cannot control the future. Everything is impermanent, and we need to accept this, we need to even embrace it in a way. So let's, break some points here about how to deal with anxiety. So the first point I want to mention is to embrace impermanence, even though it sounds so kind of funny, but this is exactly what you need to do. You need to get rid of the idea that you can control the future. To some degree you probably can. We will talk about it later in this video, but in general, what will happen, on the macro, scale, you just can't control, because there are so many factors involved, so many people, so many beings all over the world, and the changers in general on the planet, and you can't really, control it. So impermanence very often is considered to be a bad thing. I remember for me it was always like, I want things to be permanent, But in fact, impermanence is a great thing, because there is always the potential for changing things for the better. So if you embrace impermanence, then, you just let this control about things, For example, some people think, oh, if I only knew which assets to invest, when, then this would be the great thing. And yes, it's good to make some analysis and then invest into good assets, and then kind of forget about it, because actually people who do this way, they usually earn more money and they sleep better than people who, buy and sell all the time, and they always check, what's going on, and they feel this anxiety all the time. And they usually sometimes get troubles with their health because it's so stressful, and you cannot predict, there are so many factors, you can't really control it. So actually it's a good idea just to, to buy some good asset, make some analysis, beforehand, make your own research, get it, and then, forget about it. And the same thing with everything, you make your research, like with the relationships, before going into some deeper relationship, you kind of check the person out. Of course, you get some experience, but at some point you commit, you make this decision, okay, this is the right person, so I commit, and then I stop controlling, you need to stop checking, controlling your partner, because this will not help to create some better future. Not at all. On the contrary, it will only bring some bad results when it comes to relationships, especially, you shouldn't control. You should really trust. You should give space. You should be open-minded to what's going on. The impermanence is great that you can always get also a better partner if the current partner, fails you in a way, or cheats on you or something, you can always let it go, let him or her go, start brand new and find a better solution. And it is with everything. Impermanence is a great, thing. It's the opportunity, it's the potential. This is what impermanence actually means. But usually we think about, the end of the world or something like that, or at least some bad things. Basically, we need to let go the idea that it's necessary to control things. It's better to give things space and be open to the potential that the impermanence shall bring you into your life, And it's not easy, I really had to go through a process of personal development, and I reveal a lot of my experience in my book called Personal Development Algorithm. It's on Amazon if you want to check it out. The link is in the description below. And basically this book is also interesting for people who want to get to know me better, because basically it's like a biography, There are a lot of facts about me, my own examples and experiences. And in this book, I talk also about difficulties, and how difficulties actually are great. You should also embrace difficulties, And this is the way to get rid of anxiety, because basically you're ready for any kind of outcome, Any result is a good result. So let's write it down. And you are probably already aware that if you want to succeed, you have to fail a few times before. The very majority of people who are successful, they had their challenges, they had these obstacles in life, they had the struggles, and this made them, stronger. Because how else do you train your muscles, if not through difficult situations, challenging things, exciting also. Basically, if you accept this idea that any result will be a great result, then you also get rid of your anxiety, Because if it's some failure, then you learn the lesson. Important that you learn the lesson, you don't repeat the same mistake. But basically you learn the lesson, then you kind of forget about the idea that you failed, because it was just a step on the way. Yeah, and if you achieved some great result, and it's also a good result, it was not so painful, maybe you didn't learn that much, but you got some result because you already had the experience, your failures, your obstacles before. And this way, no matter what happens in life or in your business or in the relationships, it's always a good result. Yeah? But also to make sure that this is a good result, there is a next point, very important, to make sure that it all works, to be able to really accept impermanence and to have this attitude that any result is great. You need the attitude of focusing on things that are useful for you and other, people, other beings in general. Because if you do that, then any result is a great result. And then also everything that changes is also good, So because, this will ensure that you can get rid of the anxiety. You just do your best. For example, if you want to make sure that in the future you are healthy, that you live long, then you should take care of your body, You should take care of how much you sleep, the quality of your sleep, what you eat, exercise and so on. Make sure that you move around and not just sit in one place. You focus on what is useful. You do useful things. You eat useful things. You do your exercise. You do, whatever it takes to be healthy. Also mentally, you work with your mind in a way that if you have some issues like anxiety, you have to work with this, You don't just accept it, You have to focus on what is useful. And I just share my experience to you in the way that, of course, there can be also different other ways how to get rid of the anxiety if people really have heavy problems, but this is more general approach for people who want to work with their mindset. And if you want, for example, to have financial stability, then you have to also work on your business, for example, to think what can make you financially free. And in this case, building a business is a good option. If you ever decide to build a business, let me know, and I can help you with that. And also I have a free training on building your dream business. If you thought of starting a business, but you never knew what to start with, and this training can be very helpful. A very short one, half an hour, but very to the point. And make sure you check it out in the description below. what is that genius in you that can help other people solve some situation, solve the problem that they have. Or like if you want to make sure that in the future you have a great relationship, then you have also to invest in yourself to have a good standard, in the way that you are healthy, you are intelligent, you are independent, you enjoy life. And this way, when you focus on useful things for yourself and other people, if it's your partner, then you are compassionate, you are caring and loving. This will ensure a great future for you with this partner. And if the partner goes, then it was not your person, then you find a better fitting one in the future, because everything is impermanent and life is full of possibilities. So basically you accept things as they come, because any result is good, and you just focus on good things, really doing things, improving yourself and working on your personal development, on your freedoms, making sure that if you want to be free, you should do things to be free. You don't just sit and wait. You have to be active. Yeah, you have to do useful things which can guarantee your freedom in the future. This was my understanding on how to deal with anxiety on a greater scale. Because of course there are some things you can do within all of this. There are some things which are like small and practical. For example, recently I quit alcohol. And I think it really helps also to get rid of anxiety. And there are so many other benefits, because I can sleep better, and when you don't sleep well, you get anxiety at the end. So there are so many things on a practical level, what to do, but this is more like a big picture on how you need to see your life in order to get rid of anxiety, We don't know what happens in the future, and it will be changing dramatically, but as long as you make those steps to improve your future, to do useful things, then I can assure you that you will have a great future. You don't need to even think about it. It even might be much greater than you think, Let it surprise you in a good way. The dangerous thing here when it comes to a future is to do nothing, is not to take action. This is the worst thing one can do, or to do some things which are harmful or not useful, because this guarantees a bad future. Yeah? It's so simple. I wish you a great life. I wish you get the results you need. If you need any help from me, also check some links in the description below that can be useful for you, and make sure you watch other videos on this channel, because there is a lot of material that can help you improve yourself, start your business, start working on your goals to become free, to become independent, to live life to your full potential, and to make a greater impact. And let me know in the comments if there are some other tips you can add here when it comes to anxiety, and if you have any issues with that, like how do you deal with anxiety. Otherwise, also don't forget to subscribe, give this video a like, and I will see you in the next video.